Imagine stepping inside an industrial oven. The air doesn't just feel hot, it physically burns your lungs with every breath. Your sweat evaporates before it even forms a drop on your skin. Above you, a relentless sun beats down, and beneath your feet, the ground radiates a blistering 93 degrees Celsius. This is not a distant alien planet. This is Death Valley, California. In 1913, Furnace Creek in Death Valley recorded a staggering 56.7 degrees Celsius, or 134 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest ambient air temperature ever reliably recorded on the surface of our planet. It is a landscape that actively tries to kill you. Yet, for thousands of years, humans have not only passed through this valley of fire, they have survived it. Today, we uncovered the chilling reality of the hottest place on Earth. How does the human body react when pushed to its absolute thermal limit? And more importantly, how do people endure 56 degrees Celsius in Death Valley? To understand how humans survive here, we must first understand why Death Valley is a literal death trap. It is a masterpiece of extreme geography. Death Valley is a long, narrow basin surrounded by steep mountain ranges. When weather systems move in from the Pacific Ocean, they must cross 4 major mountain ranges to get here. By the time the air reaches the valley, it has been stripped of all its moisture. This is known as the rain shadow effect. But the real killer is its depth. The valley floor at Badwater Basin sits 282 feet below sea level. When the sun heats the valley floor, that heat radiates upward. But the high, steep valley walls trap the rising hot air, forcing it to cool slightly and fall back down to the valley floor, where it is heated all over again. It is nature's ultimate convection oven. There is no escape. The heat simply recycles, building in intensity day after day. So what actually happens to you when the temperature hits 56 degrees Celsius? The human body is built to operate at an internal temperature of around 37 degrees Celsius. When the outside air is hotter than your body, the environment starts aggressively pumping heat into you. Your brain senses the danger immediately. Your heart starts beating faster, pumping blood to the surface of your skin to cool it down. This is why you turn red. Millions of sweat glands open up, releasing water onto your skin so that it can evaporate and pull heat away. But in Death Valley, the humidity is often less than 10%. The dry air acts like a sponge. Sweat evaporates instantly, so fast that you don't even realize you're sweating. In these conditions, a human can lose up to 2 liters of water per hour. If you aren't drinking constantly, dehydration sets in within minutes. First comes a headache and dizziness. Your blood thickens like syrup, making your heart work twice as hard. If your internal body temperature reaches 40 degrees Celsius, you cross the threshold into heat stroke. At this point, your organs begin to cook from the inside out. Your brain functions misfire, causing confusion and hallucinations. If you are not cooled down immediately, your internal systems will shut down entirely. Survival here is a ticking clock, and yet there are those who call this furnace home. Long before air conditioning and motorized vehicles, a group of people mastered survival in this brutal landscape. The Timbisha Shoshone tribe has lived in and around Death Valley for at least a millennium. To them, it isn't Death Valley, it is Tumpisa, meaning rock paint, named after the red ochre found in the valley. How did they survive without modern technology? The secret was adaptation and deep environmental knowledge. They didn't fight the heat, they moved with it. During the blistering summer months, the Timbisha would migrate to the higher, cooler elevations of the Panamint Mountains. They only returned to the valley floor during the mild winters. They knew exactly where the hidden water sources were. tiny, secret springs scattered across the barren rock. They built shelters from brush that allowed the wind to pass through, creating natural evaporative cooling. They survived by respecting the land, understanding its rhythms, and never underestimating its lethal power. They didn't conquer the desert, they became a part of it. Today, Death Valley draws a different kind of survivor. Every year, over 1 million tourists visit this national park. Most experience the heat from the safety of their air-conditioned cars, stepping out just long enough to snap a photo before retreating to the cold air. But then, there are the extremophiles. Every July, during the absolute hottest time of the year, a group of elite athletes gathers at Badwater Basin for the Badwater 135. It is widely considered the toughest foot race on Earth. Competitors run 135 miles non-stop, climbing across 3 mountain ranges in temperatures that regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius. The asphalt gets so hot that it literally melts the soles of their running shoes. Runners have to run on the white painted lines of the road just to keep their feet from burning. To survive this, runners wear special reflective clothing to bounce the sun's rays away. They use ice bandanas around their necks to cool the blood flowing to their brains. They consume highly engineered electrolyte solutions to replace the massive amounts of salt lost through sweat. It is a masterclass in human endurance and modern sports science, pushing the absolute boundaries of what the human machine can. Death Valley is a paradox. It is one of the most hostile environments on the planet, yet it possesses a haunting, undeniable beauty. From the ancient wisdom of the Timbisha Shoshone to the modern athletes testing their limits, human survival here comes down to one fundamental principle: respect. You cannot beat Death Valley. You cannot conquer 56 degrees Celsius. If you come here unprepared, the desert will claim you. But if you come with preparation, knowledge, and a deep respect for the sheer power of nature, you can endure it. This is the ultimate test of human resilience. This is Death Valley. If you found this journey into the extremes of our planet fascinating, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most incredible environments. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.